So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. We are going to answer the multiple choice questions about transferring heat. هلا شكرا لكل واحد بعث لي الواجب وحاول يتاكد انه اجوبته صح. انا اتمنى دائما الكل يكون مستفيد من هاي الدوره. فهلا بدنا نبلش نحل الاسئله ونشوف الاجوبه تبعتكم صح ولا غلط. طبعا انا حاولت اساعد قدر المستطاع بانه اي تشيك most of the answers او احكي للطالب انه ارجع اتاكد لي من رقم 3 من رقم 5 وات ايفر. اوكي شو بحكي لنا هون؟ These two questions they have the same idea. Okay, the diagram shows a refrigerator. Okay, the cooling unit is placed at the top. The cooling unit is called the air near it. What happened to the density? What happened to the density of the air as it cools down and where it goes? Okay, now yes, shukran ya Layth. The answer is A. Why? The density of the air decreases. No. As it cooled down, it compressed. And as it compressed, that means the volume decreases. And as the volume decreases, that means the density increases. So the answer, the density decreases. And because we said it, we are talking about a cold convection current here, because it becomes cold, where it will fall down, where it will move, it will fall down. So it will move where? Down. So the answer is what? Is C. Okay, be careful next time, Laith. تمام؟ شكرا لك. طيب. شكرا يا ساندرا. Yes, the answer is C. شكرا. طيب. Next question. شو بيحكي لنا؟ The diagram shows a cooling unit in the refrigerator. Okay. Why the cooling unit is placed in the top? Now we mentioned it because we need to make it everything cools. So that's why we put the air conditioner at the top of the room. So here the cold air falls and the cold and the warm air is displaced upwards. So the answer is what? Is A. Yes, shukran Yarith. Yes, the answer here is A. Okay, next question. Now we have wood bar and copper bar and cover by paper. Now some apartments in Europe or in North America, like Canada or in America, okay, they separate the apartments by a layer of metal wall, okay, or thick wall with metal, not wood. Most of the houses that are made by wood, but they put a layer of metal. Why is this? To understand, this happened here in this question. If there is a fire start in one apartment, it will not transfer to the others. Okay, yes, أنا متأكد يا ليت إنك أنت متأكد إنك حتجاوب صح. Yes, no problem. أنا مش زعلان. Okay, yes. شوف, the bar made of half wood and half copper, okay, is and a piece of paper wrapped tightly around it. The bar is heated. Okay, we put a heating source below it. Okay, strung at the center for a short time. What will happen to the paper? In which side it will goes brown only? Okay, which side goes brown, and what that tell us about the wood and the copper? Now we know that copper is a good conductor, and wood is a good insulator. So which side will become brown? The wood side. Why the wood side? Because it's a bad conductor. It's an insulator, so the heat does not transfer to the wood. It stays here. So this side becomes what? Becomes brown. Start to burn. Why? This side transfer heat through the copper. That's why the apartments, when they're separated by a layer of metal sheets, okay, the heat transfer through the whole metal sheet, so it takes longer time to transfer the fire to the next apartment. Okay, so this is for safety precaution. Okay, shukran ya Layth, shukran ya Sandra. Now, how does heat transfer from the sun to the earth? Now, between us and the earth, there is 150 million meter or kilometers. Sorry. So these distance, okay, only the first 100 kilometer, it's what? It's atmosphere. It's not heavy air, but it's atmosphere. After that, it's vacuum. So how does the heat transfer? Yes, shukran ya Ala. The answer is what? Radiation only. Tamam. Question number 4. The diagram shows what? Okay, a part of water heating system, the boiling system that we told you about it last time, which work by convection. Okay, convection. Okay, which diagram shows the most likely the flow of the water through the system? Now we know that it cannot be in both directions, like this or like this, and so we cancel A and D. So the answer B or C. Now look here. If the water is heated, it goes up. Yes, shukran ya Layth, and flows in this direction. So the answer is what? Is B. And whenever the water is cooled down, it goes back to the heater and etc. Okay, but it cannot be what C, because the hot air remains, hot water remains in the top, and that's not happening here. Okay, شكرا يا ليث, شكرا يا آلاء. طيب. Question number 5. Two plastic cups are placed one inside other. Hot water is poured into the inner what cup and a lid of what put in the top as shown. Which diagram which statement, sorry, is correct? Now, heat loss by radiation is prevented by the small air gaps? No way. The heat radiation can be insulated by what? By a shiny material. So this is not correct. No heat is passed. No, that's impossible. Always there is heat wasted. Okay, so there is no heat. That's not correct. The lid used is reduced heat loss by convection. Yes, it's correct. The bench is heated by convection. No way, because the bench is the bottom. It cannot be heated like this unless it's on the top. So the correct answer is C. شكرا يا آلاء. شكرا يا ليث. Next. Question number 6. ابعتوا لي الجواب من هلا. اوكي, ابعتوا لي الجواب اللي انتم بعتوه, اللي انتم answer it. A heating element is positioned in a narrow sealed tube liquid. Okay, what would be best placed in position in heating element in order to obtain the best circulation, sorry, of the liquid through the tube? Now, if I have heating element, a heating element, that means heating source, I have to put it somewhere in the bottom. I can't put it in the middle. Okay, so I'll put it where? Inside C. Yes, يا ريت, شكرا لك. But if I have cooling unit, I will put it where? In A. But I didn't ask about cooling, so they ask about heating. So the correct answer is C. We can see that the liquid is rotating by putting some drops of inks inside the liquid. In this experiment. An iron bar is held with one end in the fireworks, the other end is shown becomes too hot. Okay, how does the heat is travel? Only by what? Yes, by A. Thank you, Yalay. Thank you, Ala. By conduction. Okay, what about the rest of you? يلا بدنا الشبكية يرفعوا ايديهم ويجاوبوا. Yes, so the answer here is A. Question number 7. Question number 8. A beaker of water is heated at its base. Why does the water at the base rise? Because it's heated, so it becomes less dense. Okay, and that's called contract. So the answer is what? A. Shukran, shukran. Yes, the answer is A. طيب, next. A person, I'm sorry, my mistake. Okay, is heated. Yes, it becomes less dense, but that's called expansion. That's called expansion. Yeah, my mistake. That's called expansion. So the answer is C, not A. Yes, the answer is C. Yes. Okay. A person is held a glass beaker in one hand and fill it quickly with the hot water. Okay, it takes several seconds before his hands start to feel the heat. Why this delay? Because glass is a poor conductor for what? Heat. Glass is a poor conductor for heat. Yes, this is the correct answer. Next. In an experiment, okay, an experiment set up to find out which material is the best conductor of heat. Balls are stuck with what? With wax. Okay, we put wax on. There's 4 balls on each on each of these bars. Okay, A, B, C, D. Okay, this diagram X, diagram Y. What they ask here. Okay, so, it's heated from one end. From here, it was heated from this side. Okay, some of the balls fall off, leaving some as shown in diagram Y. Which metal is the best conductor? Yes, ya shabab. Which one is the best conductor? The best conductor, yes, thank you. Okay, it's A. Why A? Because the ball here falls first. That means it transfers the heat faster through A than B or C or D. So which one is the worst conductor? The best insulator. The best insulator is what? Is D. Yes, thank you. صح. شكرا يا ليث. شكرا يا آلاء. Bravo. Okay, next. 11. Thermometer X is held above an ice. Okay, and thermometer is held Y is held below. So we have 2 thermometers, one X above and one thermometer Y it's below. Okay, and after several minutes, the reading of thermometers change. The ice cube does not melt. It changed because there's the cold air lose its energy, okay, and falls or sink It falls down by cold convection current. So what happened to the thermometer Y? Thermometer Y, thermometer Y, cold air falls down, so the answer is C. But thermometer X, there is no change of its what? Temperature. I'm not sure, but I think C. Yes, شكرا يا ليث. Bravo. It's C. Yeah, bravo. طيب يلا جميل. Good. Question number شكرا يا ليث. Question number 12. The diagram shows a heater used to heat to heat a tank of what? Cold water. What is the main process by heat transfer through water? Exactly, it's what? Convection. Yes, shukran. Okay. Yes, shukran ya Farah. Bravo عليكي. Now, the air in the room is heated. Okay, so we have heating system, heating source here, that the hot air goes up here and convection current occurs. The hot air goes up and the cold air goes down. Okay, the diagram shows the circulation of the air. Which statement about the air that is heated is correct? The air expand, and becomes less dense. So the answer is C. شكرا يا ليث كمان مرة. Last question in this group. Okay, 4 rods are made with different materials P, Q, R, S. Okay, the rods have equal length and diameter. The rods are heated with one end on this okay, in the same same way. The table shows the time taken, okay, for the temperature of the other rods to rise by how much? 1 degree Celsius. Which metal is the best conductor? The best conductor, that means it has what? Highest temperature or it has the longest time or shortest time to change its temperature. It has the the best conductor, it has the shortest time, which is 30 seconds. So the answer is metal what? Metal Q. Yes, thank you, thank you, Farah. Metal B is the correct what? Answer. تمام. شكرا لكم. Now let's move on to what? Okay, let's move on to next part of the multiple choice question. Yeah, that's it here. Okay, these are the multiple choice questions. Okay, that's the first part of what? Of our class today. Now, what we are